Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Herbert Tikungo. I am a network security consultant for SCI Tanzania. I would like to do a small presentation on Cisco Web Security Appliance. The cloud you see here represents the connection to my web security appliance. Normally I would like to change this name to be Web Security Appliance. Yep. So for this for this deployment, we're having an ASA firewall, a Cisco Ion port, and an internal user. So we begin by configuring the Cisco ASA firewall. The ASA firewall is currently having two interfaces. I'll begin the configuration as follows. The host name of the device will be ASA. The interface G0 will be for the inside interface. It's going to have an IP address of 10.01 because we are using the 10.0.0.0 network for this proof of concept. Security name it inside no short interface G1 is going to be the outside interface 192.168.137.2 255.255.255.0 name it outside no short. I would like us to create an object that will be used for an object called LAN that will be used for nothing. So the subnet, it's under the network of the subnet of it's under the subnet of 10.0.0. So I want to NAT inside to outside source dynamic LAN on the interface outside. I route my traffic to outside to 192.168.137.1, the default gateway. So let me just ping to be sure there is internet on the firewall. There is. So from this point in time, we shall configure WCCP that will be used to redirect the traffic to the web security appliance. But before we get there, let's define our access list which the WCCP is going to use. So the first access list is for the internal network. Let me say I call it A1 extended permit 10.0.0.0 to any permit I didn't put what was supposed to be permitted in terms of the protocol. I was supposed to be permitted. So I get now the second traffic is going to be the traffic to the web server. So I'm going to permit, I'll call it web security appliance traffic extended permit IP host 10.0.0.5, which will be used as a web server to any. Now we get to the WCCP protocol, how the ASA is going to redirect the traffic using the WCCP protocol. So we're going to use 90 as the identified number, and the group list is going to be WSA, and the redirect list is going to be the network, which is A1. Then we're going to apply this onto an interface inside with traffic 90, which ID number is 90 with direct inside. Show WCCP. We're done with the WCCP configuration, we're done with the NATing, and we now get to the web security appliance. From what we can see in this configuration, the web security IP address, it's 10.00.5. This is the IP address I'm supposed to use for web security appliance. So let's get to the web security appliance. Currently, it comes with the default IP address, which we're supposed to change to in respect to our topology. So I'm going to begin with an if config command that will enable me to change that IP. I'll go to edit 1. The IP is 10.0.0.5 255.25.0 iPort. I'm going to change the name .gs.tz. Yes, FTP is enabled, SSH is enabled, HTTP is enabled, HTTP is enabled. Yes, and we have to commit so that the iron port, the changes we've made, can take an effect in the iron port. Now we access the web browser so that we can finish the configuration. The current IP address is 10.0.0.5. So in the web browser, now we're in the processing of accessing the web security appliance. We're going to use the default username admin and password iron port, and we log into it. We get to the system setup config, where we're going to do some preliminary configuration. iPort, I'm going to use this as the default host name. My DNS IP address, this is my internal DNS server, and the public DNS server, I'm going to use the 888. For my region, I'm currently in this beautiful continent called Africa. I'm located in Tanzania, and it says Dar es Salaam, but for the moment I'm in Mwanza. So normally I live in Dar es Salaam. It's a beautiful city. So we get to the next page. It talks about the network context. That we leave it unchanged. Here we're going to leave it unchanged, and we get to the next page. The default gateway is the IP address of our firewall, which is 10.0.0.1, and you go to next. We are going to enable WebCCP version 2 for the router, which currently it's the firewall. I'm going to use my password as mother, my sweet mom, because mothers are always precious. And we need to configure our email address, and we move to the next line, the next page. Leave the default setting, and we apply the configuration, install the configuration. the configuration has changed, have been installed, and the link has changed in respect to our internal domain. But for this moment, we're not having the internal domain is not, the internal DNS is not active. So I'm going to use the IP address of the web security appliance to access the device. Now, after doing the basic or the preliminary configuration, we continue with we add we change some settings in order for us to activate the WCCP version 2. So we are going to use WCCP. Remember the port number we chose on the ESA, it's port number 90. You can still remember. Show WCCP. That's it. So the service identity is 90. So we're going to use that same number here. Now the port number, it's for the web, how the web traffic or how the traffic will be accessed, how the users are going to access the web pages. What port number are going to use in order to access their different websites. The router IP address, which is my ASA, it's 10.001, and that's all we save. We submit and we commit the changes, and we commit the changes. It has been committed, so we test if it's active. It's already active. You've seen it change from this to this, meaning the ASA and the web security appliance are communicating. The next thing we have to do is to configure our policies that the users who are trying to access the internet, it's going to guide them on what they want to do as per the company requirement. So the first policy, it's just going to be it's just the identities on, it's just to define the network which the users are coming from. Let me say my network. It's called my network. The default subnet, it's 10.0.0/24, and I submit. And I commit the changes, and I commit. The second thing, it's going to access. We're going to get to the access policies. The access policies is linked. We're going to create an access policy which is linked to the network policy. So we call this access policy, and we shall apply the network policy we just created. My network. Submit. So practically what we have just done is that we under the network, the URL, the applications, the objects, they are all supposed to be monitored in respect to this network which we just created. So for this moment, no rules has been customized. So let me just open your filtering. You see, all it's the default, none has been customized. But what I want to focus on, it's the blog or website. So I want to create a rule in respect to a particular website. So I'll go to custom URL. I'll add a custom URL. I'll give a name. Let me say MSN. Let me say www.msn.com, and here I follow the law, the rule. I put a dash plus MSN slash .com. I submit, I commit my changes, and I get back to the access policies, and under the access policy I open my access policy. I have to look for the rule, under access policy I go to global filtering, and here I select include this policy, apply. But for the moment it's just monitoring state. I haven't blocked, or I just enable just to monitor. And let's see what happens when we open that website from an internal PC. So I'm going to access this PC called Ellie. The password is murder. Let me try to. Yep. Let me see if I'm going to access the MSN website. I'm sorry, the network is a little bit slow, but it's fine. It's fine. We just check something little. So it's late. Okay. Translation. Fine. The internet it's cool. There is internet on. There is internet on that PC Ellie. So you want us to block this MSN website. So what we do, we go back to the web security appliance under URL filtering. So let me warn you, then let me block first, and let me start by blocking the website. Submit, commit the changes, and commit the changes. And let's try again to see if it's working. As you can see, it has blocked the website as per the command we just configured. Okay, let me configure it such that it warns you, and after warning you, if you accept the warning, then you'll be permitted to access that same web page. So I get back to URL filtering. I click on warn. It should warn you, and after accepting the warning, then you can access that same web page. So I come back here, I refresh. URL category warning acknowledgement. So if I click here, accept the warning, it redirects me to the web page. But because of my internal DNS is not working, I need to come onto the link. I change this in respect to the IP address of my web security appliance, which is 10.0.0.5. When I click enter, the web page is supposed to open, and you've seen how it wants you and how it works. Thanks for watching this video. My name is Herbert. I'm very happy to have had this moment with you. Pray God bless you.